So this next topic that we're going to talk about is from celebrating that because it's a fairly involved statistical test that we have to do a few parts for in the lead up. The good news is that once we get everything kind of set up, it becomes a calculator question where the calculator will give you the answer. But there's a lot of things that we have to be able to set up and understand to be able to answer one of these questions. They're called a chi-squared test. There's a couple different chi-squared tests. This is a chi-squared test of independence. It's got this little symbol right here, which is a Greek letter pi. That's why we're going with this here. But we have to be able to create a handful of things before we start actually doing the test. So when we start the test, we want to know what our hypothesis is that we're trying to prove or disprove. So we're going to have a null hypothesis and an alternative hypothesis. The good news is that these are always the same. They follow the exact same format every single time. The null hypothesis, which has got the zero up here, I'll put the word null above it. Null hypothesis is you're going to write a statement that simply says that the two things you're looking at are independent, and the alternative hypothesis is, again, simply a statement where it says that the two things that you're looking at are dependent. And that's what these tests are going to do for us. So as an example, if I was looking at maybe comparing gender to favorite animal, okay, my null hypothesis would be gender and favorite animal are independent. And usually you do use the little h with a zero. You can write null next to it. H1 is that gender and favorite animal are dependent. So whenever you have to do one of these tests, you want to know what your null hypothesis is so that when you actually get the answer at the end, you know what you're proving from this. So we'll talk more about what the chi-squared actually does a little bit later after we get used to setting some of these things up.